The last episode of Bluey Season 3 was absolutely incredible.
Good gravy, what's going on?
But as soon as it ended, the big question arose. What's going to happen in Season 4 of our favorite Blue Pup show?
Huh?
We've rounded up the themes that are sure to appear in the upcoming episodes of the most successful series in recent years. So check it all out with us and join this wave as we kick off another Cinewave. 10 out of 10 Bluey fans were thrilled with the scene where Bandit takes down the for sale sign from their house at the very end of the episode, The Sign. This definitely brought a huge sense of relief to all of us who didn't want the Healer family to leave Brisbane and move to some completely unknown place for us and the kids. However, as this happened, we have to imagine that a series of things were part of Bluey and her family's preparations to leave their city. For example, when they received the news that the house sale fell through, all the Healers were already in the car, ready to go. So it's likely that Bandit and Chili had to resign from their jobs to set the date for their trip. Similarly, Bluey and Bingo must have been unenrolled from their schools since they were going to study in the city they were moving to. Besides that, based on observations from all the episodes, we can deduce that Calypso School, besides being very far away, isn't cheap either. So how could two unemployed parents continue to afford such high tuition fees? All these little details that are closely tied to the family's move will surely be addressed in Season 4 of Bluey, like seeing Chili and Bandit trying to get their jobs back, and Bluey and Bingo possibly needing to spend some time with their Uncle Stripe or maybe at Wendy's house with Judo, while they go out to sort out these essential details for the family's survival. Aunt Brandy is Chili's older sister, who hadn't been able to get pregnant yet, which really took a toll on her. However, just before Radley and Frisky's wedding, we see her arriving with a big baby bump, showing that she finally achieved her dream of becoming a mom. And of course, she didn't do it alone, if you know what I mean. After all, every child has a mom and a dad. So while the episodes of Season 4 will certainly show us Bingo and Bluey's super cute new cousin, we'll probably also see the baby's father in a few scenes. This will give us a chance to get to know Aunt Brandy's family better while introducing new characters to the show, making it even more dynamic. I don't know about you, but I just love adorable little puppies like Bluey's future cousin.
All good things, all good things.
Scenes from the past and future of the characters have become more and more frequent in Bluey, and the last one definitely blew our minds, featuring Bluey's son and the Healer's grandson. But since everything in the show is meticulously planned, the creators will surely show us moments that take place between scenes we've already seen. For example, between Bluey's reunion with Jean-Luc years later under the tree they planted together and the day our protagonist goes to her parents' house to visit them. We have the entire teenage phase of the character that hasn't been revealed to us yet. That's why it's almost certain that some episodes will show us future scenes of Bluey, probably in high school, beginning the relationship that will lead to the birth of her child. This would definitely help us discover who the puppy's father is, who shows traits of both Mackenzie and Jean-Luc, leaving us with this huge mystery that might finally be solved in Season 4. And if you're as big a fan of Bluey as we are, comment below with #Bluey. I'm not going to hide it, I'm rooting for Mackenzie in this one because I think he and Bluey make such a cute couple. And surprisingly enough, there are some hints in the early seasons that Bluey's potential future husband and her dad might have more in common than we think. We see that the two families are close, which is evident in their playful sports rivalries, and also in the fact that the little border collie is sometimes under Bandit's care, as we see in the episode The Creek. This seems to influence Mackenzie's future career choice, which seems likely to be archaeology, just like his future father-in-law. For example, on his bed, we can see several dinosaur toys that show the boy's preference for the theme. Additionally, we see that one of Mackenzie's hobbies is digging, which has everything to do with the profession of an archaeologist, which includes digging at historical sites. So, based on all of this, we can imagine that we'll see these two characters getting closer. At least until Bandit finds out that Mackenzie wants to steal his eldest daughter's heart. In one of the episodes of Season 3, we see that Bingo turned 5 years old, which means the time is drawing closer for her to end up going to Calypso School, where we can see she and her best friend study, based on the background of the image where we see the two sitting. So just like we see our protagonist engaging in some really interesting learning activities at her school, we might also see the same thing happening with Bingo and her classmates, both new and old, like Buddy. And seeing Calypso helping Bingo just like she does with Bluey is definitely going to be super cool. Frisky and Radley's wedding was undoubtedly the biggest event ever held in Bluey's show, as it used the longest episode in the series' history. But as revealed after the ceremony, Bandit's older brother is going to quit his job out west in the oil industry and move to Brisbane to live with his wife. So we'll definitely see these characters a lot more often, including at Christmas gatherings and birthday parties of the family members. Besides that, we're sure to have an episode showing Radleys' new job, which, if I had to guess, I'd say would be as a store manager, maybe in a toy store. Another interesting thing is that it seems like Frisky is pregnant, which would mean even more puppies appearing in the show, which I definitely would love to see. But besides Bandit's older brother, we're sure to have a few episodes in Season 4 that will show us how Stripe and Trixie's relationship is going. Since we've seen the two of them arguing a few times throughout the series,
I'm handling it!
It doesn't look like you're handling it.
Guys?
especially in the episode The Sign. That's why we think maybe Socks and Muffin will spend a weekend at the healer's house while their parents are at some couple's reconciliation retreat, or perhaps in some sort of intensive therapy. This would lead to a reconciliation between the characters and the officialization of their relationship through a small ceremony, which would officially be the second wedding in Bluey. That's because, despite living together and having 2 daughters, Stripe and Trixie aren't officially married, as Muffin's mom was among the single women trying to catch Frisky's bouquet, following the tradition that whoever catches it will definitely get married someday. We're sure they're going to be just fine. We're crossing our fingers for you two. And since love is in the air, make sure to subscribe to our channel right now, because we love having more and more people joining us. After Bluey and her family, one of the most important secondary characters is probably Rusty. We even had an episode dedicated to showing how he's an excellent cricket player and how he's going to be a professional one day. That's why it's almost certain that we'll see more episodes where the red pup has some spotlight or special appearance. And nothing would be cooler than seeing Bluey's schoolmates' whole family gathered at a local event, including his dad, who serves overseas at an Australian army base. So this will definitely be one of the themes in the scripts of upcoming episodes, probably as a background story in the show, and I'll be paying close attention so I don't miss it.
Wow.
Besides Rusty's dad, there are also many other dads who might take the spotlight in Bluey's Season 4. For example, the most mysterious one is definitely Judo's dad, who we still don't know where he lives or if he's even alive. So his appearance would definitely be something that brings a lot of surprise and a big impact on the show, which is why we believe he'll finally show up. In addition to him, another dad who might end up appearing could be the terrier's father. After all, the triplets might spend their vacation with their mom's ex-husband, and we could see photos of these holidays and finally meet the father of the 3 boys. So we can say that Bluey Season 4 will be the season of puppies and dads, because a lot of them are going to appear. Speaking of the terrier's dad, we can't forget to mention that references to Bluey's largest family will definitely happen in episodes of the show's next season. That's because after Cornelius sold his house, he moved in with the terrier's mom, his girlfriend. And if we add Winton and the 3 triplets, we'll have a family of 6, the biggest in the show. We'll definitely see them all together at some points in the season, like when the healers all go to the supermarket together, or maybe to the movies. This way, we'd see them all probably having fun. After all, they're all siblings now and are going to become even closer. And if you've made it this far, we have a gift for you. We've selected 2 videos that we think perfectly match your preferences for you to watch right now. Just click on one of the 2 cards that are popping up on your screen and enjoy. We'll see you in the next video. Until then.